Locked in, but I still go and make the blocks spin, you know. Treat you like you number one.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Princess Keys. So today I'm going to be doing an install on my sister, and this is actually a wig that I wore on my birthday. I'll insert pictures for y'all so y'all can see how it was on me and how it is on her. Now, it is a reinstall, so all of the lace is pretty much cut. It's a reinstall, so all the lace is pretty much cut and everything. However, I just had to make sure that the lace match her skin color, and y'all will see how I do that in the video. But if y'all want to see how we got this icy girl install, then please continue watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video as well. All my socials will be down below, including my hair page if anybody wanted to book or just take a look at that. All the information will be down below. Thanks so much for watching. So in the beginning, y'all can see me just wiping her hair down. I just used some hand sanitizer because it has alcohol in it and it's not as harsh, and I use that on the hairline. So now y'all see me just swooping back all of her edges, making sure that they are out of the way. This is very important because using lace glue, it will grip onto anything it comes into contact with once it dries. And I know we love our edges over here. We do not want to victimize our edges. So make sure that you push everything back. Right here, y'all can just see me brushing back her edges and using the blow dryer just to make sure that they're in place. I also use a fine-tooth comb to make sure they're in place whenever I do my installs. It just makes everything cleaner, neater, slicker. Now y'all just see me using a wig cap, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the wig cap on her head, and I'm gonna have her hold the front down so we can do it easily. And what y'all are going to see me do is pull the wig cap down over her eyes. Now this just makes the install a little bit more seamless. Y'all don't have to do this. Y'all can just pull it over your forehead if you like, but I pulled it over her eyes and I cut holes in where her eyes were. I've seen this on TikTok before, and I've done it on myself, and I've just noticed like my installs have been a little bit more seamless, but you definitely don't have to do it. What y'all see me doing here is just making sure the wig cap is secure on her head, so when we do the install, everything stays down. I'm just using some Got To Be Free spray and then just going like right above her hairline. Sometimes I do it a little bit more in front because if anything, we could always just cut back some of the wig cap that we don't need. But if I do it too far back, then the wig cap will roll up. So I'm just making sure that I cover the whole perimeter of her head, of her hairline, and make sure that I get enough spray to make sure everything's covered. And you'll see me add another layer. I do 2 layers, and you could either let it dry on its own or you could use a hair dryer. I do both. In this install, I just let it sit and dry, but you can definitely use a hair dryer as well on a cool setting. Now right here, y'all just see me cutting the excess cap off of her head, and I'm being extra careful since I did make those holes by her eyes. I don't want anybody to get hurt, and when y'all do that, please be careful if you decide to do the ones where the bald cap method where you cut by your eyes. Please be careful. We do not need to be going blind behind the damn lace front. But yeah, so I'm just cutting off the excess lace cap right now. As y'all can see me do that. I'm just really careful because if you cut too much of it off, you can still have a good install, but it's not really going to last you because it's not covering up the perimeter of the hairline. So it's just going to start to lift, and then once that lifts, then the whole install is just going to come unraveling with it. So I'm just being extra careful too when I cut by her ears. My sister just loves to listen to her music, so I just got to make sure I'm extra careful because her earbuds be slipping out and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just cutting around the hairline, making sure to get as close as I possibly can. And you also want to be careful with this step too if you're doing it on yourself and other people, because you can definitely clip some skin in between them scissors, so be careful. Now right here, I'm using some LA Girl Pro Concealer that's like my sister's color, just to make sure that her cap matches her skin. Now I'm not taking it all the way back because we're just doing a bust down middle part, and she's not really, you're not really going to be able to see too much of the cap. So I'm just covering like the very front, and I may go in and add some concealer to her part if needed. But yeah, I'm just going ahead and adding the makeup on there, just using like a older makeup brush that I had. It's real small, so it took me a while to cover up the whole front of the cap. But yeah, that's what I'm doing here, as y'all can see. So I do have the wig placed on her head, and this is a reinstall, so it's not going to have like all the extra lace on it. So what I'm doing is just taking some mousse and the comb and brushing back all the baby hairs, or like combing back all the baby hairs and the straight hairs in the front of the wig, just so I can see what I'm doing better. And then I'm also going to clip the hair back just so I can mold everything out of the way, so I can have a clean placement when I do go ahead and lay the lace down into the glue and melt it. So that's just what y'all see me doing here. Alright, so here I'm just kind of showing y'all like how I'm making sure that the lace is laying right before I even glue anything down. Now I did have to go back and kind of cut a little bit of the lace out, because like I said in the beginning, I did customize this wig to fit my head, not my sister's. As y'all can see, her head is smaller than mine, so I did cut off a little bit of the lace. I thought I was recording that part, but it was not recording. So yeah, that's what I did there. And I'm just cutting off a little bit of the cap, as y'all can see right here, because the cap is a little bit too far down, and I want to make sure that when I lay that lace down, we don't have any cap sticking out. So the glue that I've been using lately is the Kiss glue, and y'all, this glue is bomb. It's bomb. And right now I'm just wiping off like a little bit of the makeup, because I did place some of the makeup on the cap earlier in the video, as y'all saw, and I didn't end up putting any makeup on the lace, and it actually came out really, really good, y'all. Like, it really did. All I did was make sure I cleaned the lace really, really good, and it blended with her skin, so I didn't even add any makeup. And this is just a tip: if you don't use lace tint and use makeup to tint your lace like me, the less makeup you add, the longer the install is going to last, because makeup is just extra residue between your lace and the glue and your skin. So the less makeup, the better. So if you have some lace that matches your skin perfectly, then don't even be extra and add makeup. You can just add makeup to the cap and you'll be fine. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And then as y'all can see, I'm about to go ahead and start placing the glue on her head. Now, the reason why I love this glue is because it has the applicator. It makes it so like easy. You don't have to use like a popsicle stick. You don't have to use like the back of a comb or anything to put the glue on, because it already has the applicator, and it makes it easy for you to smooth it out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I would never use another lace glue, I don't think. Like, the only one I want to try is the Erica J, but this one right here is so bomb. So bomb. So yeah, and when you lay the glue down or put the glue down, the rule of thumb is make sure that the glue dries clear. The glue dries clear, and then you keep the glue layers as flat as possible. Don't put too much glue, because for one, it's gonna seep through your lace. When you go ahead and lay the lace down, you're gonna be able to see like little glue particles, and nobody likes that. And then for two, honestly, like, keep it to 3 layers, because whenever you sweat or do whatever, the glue is gonna reinforce itself. And as long as you're tying down your laces, then you should be fine. And I did do 3 layers of glue for this install, just so it's clear. I did 3 layers of glue. So right here, I'm just going to be pulling the wig down over the glue and pressing the lace into the skin. Now this part you really want to take your time with. It's not a race, because once you place the lace down, it's hard to get it back up and get it to be seamless. So really just take your time with this. And y'all see me using the comb to really like press the lace into her skin, into the glue, so everything's melted. And I am making sure I focus on those ear tabs, because those ear tabs can be a problem, okay? So I'm making sure I focus on those, and make sure that I pull the lace over the cap. So yeah, and then I have her holding down the side there just to make sure. And my sister is tired. We did this install late, okay? We ended up finishing this install like 2 a.m. So don't mind my sister. She probably just gonna have her little nap, okay? A little nappy nap. But I'm adding some more glue right here because I noticed that it wasn't strong enough. So I just add another layer, and I didn't push it down immediately because I wanted to give the glue some time to dry. And then I'm also like going in and just cutting off the extra lace. Because this lace was on me before it was on her, there are going to be like some adjustments that I need to make. So that's just what y'all see me doing here. And I'm wiggling my hand so the lace doesn't look like I cut it just like straight across, because we should know by now that that's a no-go. You want to make sure you move that wrist, girl, when you cutting the lace, because you do not want no straight line. That's definitely going to be giving wig, okay? We want to give scalp realness. We want to give the girls scalpiana, okay? And yeah, that's just what I'm doing here. So y'all see me lay the lace back over the cap where I had to just add that glue. And yeah, I'm just making sure everything looks seamless now. Now I'm just going in with my elastic band to tie down the perimeter of the wig, make sure that everything is laid and melted. And that's just what y'all see me doing here. And I'm just going to be combing everything back, getting it ready for me to hot comb the front of the wig. And you want to be careful with this part. Okay, now I'm just hot combing everything back so everything is nice and flat. And you want to take your time with this. I'm adding a little bit of mousse here and there just to help with the wig being flat. And the wig is still wet. Like, I just washed the wig and we decided to do the install, so just ignore that. But I'm going ahead and giving her bust down middle part, okay? And I'm just combing everything back because I'm about to start molding the middle part and just the hairstyle, and making sure that everything is flat. And then I did go ahead and take off the elastic band. As you can see, everything is seamless, everything is flat, everything is nice and melted. And I took off the elastic band just so I can make sure that it was actually falling in the middle of her head, because with the front being covered up, I couldn't see that. So I just took off the elastic band just to make sure. And I am going in now and just taking out some of her baby hairs, just make sure they're out of the way. And I went in with my She Is Bomb wax stick, and I just put some of it on the top of her head because I'm going to go back in with the hot comb. You'll see me use the hot comb quite a bit because I just like to make sure an install is flat, and the hot comb helps so much with that. So y'all will see me going back in with the hot comb. And I went ahead and added some freeze spray, and I'm just going to tie the perimeter of the wig back down with that freeze spray. I did go ahead and remove the elastic band from her head, and now what y'all see me doing is just going ahead and making her baby hairs. I like to use a little razor, a brow razor, instead of using the scissors, because I feel like the scissors make the baby hairs look so blunt, but I feel like they're more tapered when you use a razor of some sort. It doesn't even have to be a brow razor, it could be a comb razor, but I just feel like the baby hairs are more, they just look better when you do it like that. And I normally hot comb the baby hairs, but my sister said she didn't want them fluffy. She said she just wanted the traditional stuck down to the forehead baby hair, so that's what I gave her. And I feel like they still came out cute. They're not as harsh because the hair is gray, and it did come out really, really, really cute. And as you can see, I'm just brushing the rest of the hairs back up into the hairline, and I'm also creating some sideburns here by just trimming off the excess hair on the side of her head. And then I'm using mousse, and I'm also using Got To Be glue. I use those because I feel like they're not too hard, and you can actually mold them again if you want to, instead of them being stuck down, but they also stay. So I do like to use the Lotta Body mousse and the Got To Be glue gel to make my baby hairs, and that's just what I'm doing here. now to finish everything off, I'm just going in and combing down the hair. We are actually going to be straightening it. I did not film myself straightening this hair because me and my sister were exhausted. I did want to show y'all a close-up of the baby hairs and just like the scalp. And thank you all so much for watching. This is how it came out. My sister is silly. Please don't mind her, but this is how everything came out. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if y'all want to see more videos like this, and bye.